Peacock 45. Are those beautiful or what? Yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend, and we realized we had not done a chapter 2 with this World War II beauty, this Colt 1911 45 that was actually carried in the Pacific Theater World War II. So I think pretty nice combination. Again, Memorial Day weekend, and we've got one that has been there, as well as those rifles. But this one was there. We know enough of the history, so that's pretty cool. World War II was the big one. That's the one that you know, we study so much in school, and it's one a little bit more clear cut, right, in terms of our involvement. You know, lots of wars occur, and you know, sometimes we wonder why we're there, right? The thing is, though, the people who are there, that are fighting, you know, that's who we kind of commemorate. That's who we memorialize, and that's who we thank. That's who we express appreciation for. You know, weekends like this, right? Regardless of why they were there, and they went through it, right? So anyway, we thought it'd be a good weekend to get out the old 1911 from World War II, take a couple of shots, even though it has not the best trigger, but the gun seems mechanically sound. You have seen me shoot it before. It is a challenge because it's got a stiff trigger, gritty trigger, but it shoots. Watch this. What I tell you, it shoots. I know someone put a garbage can lid on the range, and that didn't stay long, did it? Cowboy. Well, I'll take that. I'll take that little 3-shot group, even though it does have a horrible trigger. Okay. It is neat to shoot this thing. Some people maybe would not shoot it. I don't know, because you know, the age of early 40s. Although I felt like I was pretty young in my early 40s. Well, actually, that's not correct, is it? So this was made in the early 40s, so that makes 60, 70 years old, over 70 years old. What are we going to shoot? And quit trying to do math. How about right here? That was a pretty slick little. Nice. Oh, that was a bad can. Oh no. Wasn't my target. Oh boy. No matter how old they are, they're still fun to shoot. I have another magazine. Let's try something like, oh, right here. Oh no, let's do. We got a target up. While I'm still sane and sober, let's put some on that one. And we had a, oh, you know what? I wasn't going to use any of these modern magazines, and I saw that one. I thought, well, that one's, you know, it's black, and it doesn't look so funky, maybe. Hope our gun's not broken here. And so I got it out to use it anyway. So let's, we might have an issue here. I might have to take it apart. Let's see. Get that round out. Okay, carefully. Yeah, it's not, we've never had any trouble with this firearm. So let's go over to the table. Okay, we're back. Figured out what the problem was. I thought it was the magazine, because I know that's one I had trouble with. But actually, what it was, I wrestled with it a while. The plate here, the firing pin, the plate over the back, had actually slid down over the firing pin, as if I had, you know, like when you're disassembling the slide, you push the firing pin in to take that out. It slides downward. It had slidden down and locked up the slide. I've never seen that or had that happen with a 45. And so I just finally saw it and realized what it was. I pushed it back up and firing pin popped out. I guess maybe the firing pin stuck or something in a primer, I don't know. And it held it perhaps, and that caused it. But I'll keep an eye on it. I took a couple of shots here just to make sure it was working. It seems to be working fine. So that's a new one. I've never had a 1911 do that. Again, even if the firing pin breaks or something like that, it can be replaced pretty simply. And so I am going to shoot this thing. I'm going to take good care of it, but I'm going to shoot it occasionally. And yeah, just I feel responsible. I'm kind of a it is in a way a museum piece, but I'm going to take good care of it, and hopefully for hundreds of years this firearm can be kept in operation. Okay, people can appreciate it. All right, let's shoot that target. What I do, I got a hole in it. Let's put a couple more. These old GI guns, terrible trigger, terrible sights, but they shoot. It comes down to it, and you had to pull the pistol, well, thank you. Hey, I got 2 in 1 in my pocket. They would get the job done. As I was about to brag on it, on that cowboy down there, I mean, with the sights as bad as they are and the trigger as rough as it is, it fulfills its intended purpose, put it that way. Let's put a fresh mag in, and we're not going to shoot everything, but let's go for the gong. Am I feeling steady? Do I know where to hold? I think I've shot this thing at the gong before, many moons ago. I just feel like on Memorial Day weekend, we need to throw some big old 45 slugs at the gong through a vintage World War II Colt 1911. Yeah. This is kind of our version of the 21 gun salute, I guess. 1911 at the gong. Especially this one, okay? That worked out. Pretty neat. Big old 45 slugs. I love it. All right, we got a couple more mags. We're not going to do like we normally do in a chapter 2, but we'll shoot a couple more magazines. What a beautiful thing. Just that green, that olive kind of green, and I've told the story on, if you're brand new, the World War II vet came back with this, brought it back, and he thought he might get in trouble. And he was trying to scratch out there where it said U.S. property because he was afraid he'd be in trouble. And fortunately, he didn't scratch out the serial number, or we wouldn't be able to hang on to it, right? So, pretty neat. U.S. Army. Okay. A couple more here. We got a couple of lively 2-liters there that have not been dealt with. All right. All right, thank you. Oh, here's a pot. Oh, we have a malfunction. Just a malfunction though, that's okay. We forgive it. Boom. Nice. Oh, here's a 2-liter right here. No, let's not do that. Back up, John. I am not going to do that. I might shoot those guys. And I have another magazine. Let's put one on that. Woo! And let's put a couple on the tombstone. What a beauty. What a beauty. Nice. So anyway, little chapter 2 action. Fall down in the gravel. Chapter 2 action on Memorial Day weekend with the old war horse. 1911 45 ACP. Really, really sweet, fun to shoot. Fortunately for me, you know, I've never had to fire around in anger or you know, be carted off overseas somewhere like my dad was, you know, World War II, and you know, my father-in-law, and of course, you know, tens of thousands of others. And so anyway, we appreciate the sacrifice all those people have made, and that's tough duty, you know. It's just tough duty. Whew, man, it's just, but it's just it's enjoyable to be able to own things like this, and the Garand, you know, the M1 carbines, and live in a place where we can do this, and you know, have respect for these firearms, and continue to enjoy them, bring them out with piles of ammo and shoot them, and just think about, you know, where they've been, and the men, generally men, could be women too, but the men that carried these things and had to use them, you know, offensively, defensively, however they did. So, and then by the way, we appreciate, speaking of piles of ammo, you know, Federal supplying all the ammunition, you know, for us to feed this baby. So, Colt, World War II, 1911, what a beauty. Life is good.